here's a very interesting thing about the way that this pyramid interacts. As we're going to see, and as the implication of the pyramid is, and this notion of an operational hierarchy, that there's typically a kind of a top-down, how do I say, a top-down emphasis. That obviously, if I change something in my role, I must change the rest. I've got to change my priorities, and I have to change select different capabilities and different behaviors, go into a different environment. But change can also radiate bottom up. And I think this is where things become quite interesting. You have this, that it's not just that it only goes one way. We're constantly building this pyramid both ways. One of my favorite sort of quotes that relates to this is this quote attributed to Lao Tzu. I've also heard it, parts of it attributed to others like Gandhi or anyway, typically it's usually a wise Asian person that said something like this. And this one is one that has been attributed to Lao Tzu, where a Chinese philosopher, where he says, watch your thoughts because they become words. Watch your words because they become actions. Then he says, watch your actions because it becomes habits. Watch your habits because it becomes your character. And watch your character because it becomes your destiny. Now, again, the interesting thing that we see here and the implication is that you're talking about like a thought is on a particular level, actions are on another level. However, actions begin to combine and we begin to collect them and they become habits. And again, a habit is something we would say that is not simply the action. It's a repeated action, and it's repeated because it's probably connected to through some capability, maybe even it serves some purpose. There's some value it's serving or belief that it's serving. And then, of course, habits can become our character. Patterns of our habits become, who we are. And then, of course, our character then expresses and determines things about our destiny. But also we can recreate that. We can also go bottom up. There are things that we can do at these bottom levels. This idea of the way that we think, the way that we speak can ultimately affect our habits, the patterns of our behavior, and then our character and our destiny.